What does it, cousins? This is Jolyn GC and the place to be, co-creator and producer of the Come Up series. And we are recording live from the Northwest African American Museum in Seattle, Washington. This is Wealth Rituals, a show about the insights, preparation, goal setting, and emotional ups and downs along this journey to wealth. Today, we are going to talk about the infamous Tesla account. Some facts about this Tesla account. Interestingly enough, there are 0 shares, 0 calls, 0 puts related to Tesla. That's not what this account is about. The Tesla account is a Roth IRA account, and it started with about $300, and it was set with the intention of acquiring not only a Tesla Model 3, although it might change to a Y now, I don't know, we'll see, but also a Cybertruck. So this account was really set up to acquire a Tesla, not to trade or invest in Tesla. So that's a key distinction. And what's important about having a Tesla account, an account that is specifically for something, it's important to give your account purpose. Like, what is this account trading for? Like, what are you investing for? That is key, because knowing what the purpose of the account is will actually inform how you trade, what types of trades you go into, like how much are you willing to risk, how much or what exactly you're going to go after, how many contracts you're going to purchase. All those different things will start to become second nature once you know exactly what you're trading for, as opposed to this kind of like broad category of, I'm just walking away. This account is just to walk away. It's like, okay, instead of just walking away, how about we drive away in a Tesla or a Cybertruck? Either one. It's whatever works. I mean, I might, drive in one and then the next day drive in the other. Back to this Tesla account. So at the time, I was talking to Mark and we had this conversation about you save to invest. And he asked me, he was like, so you want a Tesla? Well, just go out and get one. And I was like, well, I'm not liquid enough. And he's like, well, why don't you just invest for a Tesla? And then all of a sudden, it was like there was violins in the background, angels coming down, swirling around and dancing and trumpets and all this stuff. And it was like a light just beamed on me. And I was in this moment like, oh my gosh, I can just invest for a Tesla. I know how to trade. Man, this will take no time. All right, bet. So that's what I was thinking. And so now this whole idea of you can invest for the things that you want, you can set up accounts and give them purpose and just watch them go, totally change the game. If there is anything that you want, you can get that with investing. Anything. And one time, Mark, we were talking about something, I don't remember what it was, and he paused the meeting. This was like a Zoom meeting. He paused the meeting, he looked directly in the camera, aka directly at me, and he was like, Jolyn, you can have anything that you want. He was like, you hear me? Anything that you want. And it hit me like a fact, like ABCs, okay? Like that's what it was like. And so during this time, I thought to myself, well, first of all, I live in the middle of downtown Seattle where parking is off the chain, and there is no way that I'm going to park my Tesla or my Cybertruck on the street, okay? It is valet and garage all day for my Teslas. So while I can actually go out and purchase multiple Teslas right now, that is not the point. The point is that I want an account set up so that the dollars go to work and the dollars purchase the Tesla, okay? So that is the name of the game, is to have an account, name that account, and watch it work. So I have an account for Tesla. I have an Empire account as well. And the Empire account is for different things. Some of it has to do with land purchase. Some has to do with, construction. It just depends. But the Tesla account, what's really cool about the Tesla account is that right now it's a Tesla account. So once the Teslas are purchased, then I get to rename that account something else. I don't know what the next thing is, but that's the beauty of like having kind of like a Roth account. First of all, the max you can contribute is $6,000 in a taxable year if you look at the tax code for 2020. Think about that $6,000 and think about like a 500% return or a 750% return or 1,000% return, whatever. Now, here's the thing. It will take longer to build up the liquidity when you have that type of restriction of only the 6,000 contribution, right? And that's okay. So that initial $6,000 that you contribute, that's post-tax dollars. So in theory, you could take that out whenever you want and not pay any taxes. Now, there will be taxes on the gain. So if you're cool like me and you live in Washington State, there are no income taxes. But if you live in one of these other states that's trying to take all your money, well, you're gonna have to, one, consult a tax professional, because that's not me, and two, figure out how much you're gonna have to pay in income taxes. But here's another thing. With options, you're making so much money, like it doesn't even matter if you're paying taxes when you withdraw the money out. And yes, there'll be a federal 10% fee on the taxes that you have to pay. But the cool thing is on E-Trade and many of these other platforms, they take that out for you. So as you are figuring out exactly how much you need for whatever it is that you're purchasing, you also get to take into consideration how much of that is going to good old Uncle Sam. So also think about that. Now, what was going on in my mind at this time was the soundtrack of you have to save in order to acquire the things that you can't afford right there on day one. It was like this soundtrack playing in the back of my head that really feels like a trap. Especially once you know about investing, like saving really does feel like that. It feels like it's not a part of the new math, so to speak. So as I was listening to that soundtrack and then listening to the conversation with Mark, it was almost like there was what do they call it? Like your different consciousness. So it's like good Jolyn and bad Jolyn. So good Jolyn was like, oh, Jolyn, all you have to do is save and you can have all the things that you want. And then bad Jolyn was like, girl, we don't save, we spend. Like, what's up? Okay, so that's what the battle was at that time. And it was to the point where, and I already told you all, I never used to save. Like, I just didn't. I would just spend. Like, whatever came in, it was spent. And sometimes that order was reversed. Sometimes whatever I spent first and then the money came in. So, and this is not something I advise for you all to do. Really, you all should be doing your 70-30 now, okay? Like, don't do what I did. Don't be that Jolyn. Don't be the bad Jolyn. But the whole point is that you can invest for whatever you want. Like anything. Think of something. You can invest for that. You don't have to wait for it. Like, your account will go faster too when you have a purpose for it, and you'll be cognizant of like what that even looks like. I wanted Tesla so bad. I used to go down to the Tesla dealership or the Tesla showroom, which was about a few blocks from where I live downtown. And I would go in there and I would sit in the Tesla and I would ask 80 jillion questions. And every time I came in there, the good folks at Tesla treated me as if I was a new potential customer, even though they just saw me like the other day. So shout out to them. Very, very nice. So as I was thinking about, and dreaming about Tesla, and I would talk about Tesla so much, and I would think about like, oh, what it would be like to have Tesla delivered to my front doorstep. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. And then one of my dear friends, my bestie actually, very generous, very thoughtful, she believes in me, all that. She delivered a freaking Tesla to my front door. I was like, hold up. I was just blown away. I was floored at her generosity. I was floored at her thoughtfulness, at her kindness, all of that, just completely floored. Could you imagine, like, what would you do if one of your friends like sent you the car of your dreams to your front door? I cried, y'all. I cried because I was really touched and I was moved. And that's another thing, when you start to speak things into existence, other people start to believe you too. So what was really cool was that she did that, and I called her and all I could do was laugh. And she was just like, I just, want to keep you inspired and keep you motivated on your wealth journey. So let me show you that Tesla. Ta-da! This was the Tesla that she got me. This is what was delivered. It is a Hot Wheels Tesla Model 3 factory fresh, highly detailed, cutting edge design. It says, just get in the driver's seat and prepare to turn heads. And this is what made me cry. I was so moved at her gesture. That this is, you may see it in the background in some of the episodes, but I keep this on my shelf as a reminder that the Tesla Model 3 is coming. Got him. Anyway, so your biggest hurdle, well, my biggest hurdle in all this is waiting. This is another instance where I'm waiting patiently to get something that I know I can just go out and just purchase. But there is something about having an account set up that allows you to have the things that you desire. So think about something that you want and then invest for it. Open the account and just invest for it and see what that does for you in your wealth consciousness, in your confidence to be able to just it's like printing your own money. And one of the biggest things that I've learned from all this is that investing is like a blank check. It's like, what are you going to get? This is Jolyn GC in the place to be, recording live from the Northwest African American Museum in Seattle, Washington. And this has been another episode of Wealth Rituals.